Social media predictions for 2023. Let's go. Hey everybody, Katie Lance here, founder and CEO of Katie Lance Consulting, the Get Social Smart Academy, and author of the book, Get Social Smart. It's episode 304 of the Get Social Smart show, and today we are talking all about social media predictions for 2023. Have you thought about the year ahead and wondered, what do I need to focus on for 2023? Especially if you're in real estate, I'm going to share with you in this video 3 things that I think agents and brokers, real estate agents and brokers need to focus on when it comes to social media for 2023. Now, I don't have a crystal ball, but I am going to share a few things that I think are going to be really important as you think about taking your business to the next level, being intentional, being thoughtful, and ultimately how to attract more business using social media tools. All right, let's dive in. Okay, prediction number 1, long form and short form video are here to stay. All right, this is a big one. So long form, short form, what the heck is that? So long form video is video typically longer than a minute. So if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're watching this, so maybe it's sort of 3 to 5 minute long content. Also longer content. You know, we've done a number of video interviews here on our YouTube channel as well as our podcasts that are longer. They're 20, 30, 40 minutes. We've done Facebook Live content that's longer. I still think there's a big place for longer form content. Now, do I necessarily think you have to post a long piece of content each and every week? Not necessarily, but especially when we're talking about platforms like YouTube. You know, YouTube is the #2 search engine in the world. It's owned by Google. And one of the ways to attract people to you, especially if you're in real estate, is to put some content on YouTube. You know, we talked a lot about this a few episodes back when we celebrated our 300th episode of the Get Social Smart show. And a big part of, I think, the success we've had has been consistency, right? So consistency is the name of the game, that long form content. What long form content really allows you to do is it allows you to really kind of go deep into a specific topic. Doesn't mean you have to share everything, but it allows you to really give some examples, some stories, and to really showcase your expertise. So in the world of real estate, that might be things like who pays for what, and how to find a lender, and the first mistakes every first-time home buyer makes. That can be great long form content. Again, maybe it's that 3 to 5 minute piece of content. Maybe it's a little bit longer, like 8 to 10 minutes. The idea with long form content isn't to necessarily showcase everything you know, but to really give people a sense of who you are and what they're all about. I'll also say with long form content, if you can incorporate interviews into your content. One of the things we try to do, usually on about a once a month basis, is we will sit down with someone in our community. Maybe it's one of our Get Social Smart Academy members. Maybe it's a leader in real estate, and take the time to really shine the light on them. And when you can create a piece of content like that, it's really a win-win in so many ways. That's a great piece of content for you to share on your social media channels. It's also something that your guests can share as well. And really with the long form content, that's usually not the type of content that's going to make you go viral, but you're building your content library over the course of time. Now, the flip side of that is short form content. We want to think about things like TikTok, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Short form content is getting a lot of buzz right now. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to suggest that you start dancing and pointing. Now, if that works for you, that's fine. But that short form quick video that's 7 to 10 seconds, 30 seconds, up to 60 seconds, we're seeing a lot of agents and brokers, especially inside of our Get Social Smart Academy, creating and getting a lot of traction from that. So what's nice about long form content is once you've recorded something that is a little bit long form, then you can go back, take some of those ideas, and create a couple of short form pieces of content. And what I would recommend is if you're already creating short form vertical video, that full immersive video that we see, if you've been on TikTok or Reels or Facebook, you know it's fully immersive. You're not seeing a bunch of other things in your feed. If you're already creating that short form vertical video content for one platform, why not repurpose it? In fact, we've been using a tool lately called repurpose.io. I'm not affiliated with them, but it's a great platform where if you're putting out short form content on, let's say, YouTube, and you want to automatically syndicate that to TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, you can do that quickly and easily. So don't sleep on short form vertical video. I don't think it's going to necessarily replace that long form. I think having a balance of both is really that sweet spot, and that's a big prediction I have going into 2023. Prediction number 2, relationship building is going to be more important than ever before on social media. This is a big one. 5 or 10 years ago on social media, you could put out some generic content, and you would kind of be able to get away with it. However, I think it's more important than ever before, especially for agents and brokers. You have to show up. Social media is social, and real estate's a relationship business. I've often said, hey, buying and selling a home, it's one of the biggest moments in people's lives. It's right up there with getting married, or having kids, buying a home, right? So it's extra important, especially as a real estate professional, that you show up in terms of connecting with clients. So what does that mean on a daily or weekly basis? I'm a huge believer that on a daily basis, you need to set aside at least 15 or 20 minutes a day, scroll through your feeds and comment, interact. Don't be a drive-by liker, right? But leave meaningful comments. A meaningful comment in the world of social media is a comment that's at least 4 words. So instead of saying, great pic, happy birthday, you could say, wow, that's a great picture, Susie, where'd you take that? Or happy birthday, Joe, what do you have planned for today? Right? Do you see how that feels a little bit more meaningful? Since real estate is such a relationship business, building those relationships, connecting with people makes a huge difference, right? Same thing with taking the online offline. So you see it's someone's birthday on Facebook, you could be one of the 50 people that writes on their wall, happy birthday, HBD, emoji, or you could be one of the only people that maybe calls them, or sends them a video or a text. So again, look for those opportunities to build relationships. It's such an important thing, and it's such an important thing when we think about the overall reason with social media is we want people to connect, right? We want that response. So when people connect, when people send you messages, be timely, right? Be timely in responding, be timely in connecting, be timely in responding. It's a lot of little things that over the course of time make a big difference. And ultimately with relationships are built with small, tiny interactions over the course of time. If you like, comment, share, it adds up. It's just like in real life when we meet someone for the first time and then we run into them at the grocery store and then we realize our kids go to the same school and then we're friends on Facebook and Instagram. We build these relationships and they take time. And that's why success in social media doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't just happen from putting out a bunch of reels or TikToks. It's the balance of putting out helpful information, helpful content that's not just listed, just sold, but helpful, informative content, and then balancing that with showing up, right? And using social media as a way to build those relationships. Prediction number 3, helpful content is going to win over trends. So that's the good news. And this goes back to what we talked about earlier with TikTok and Reels. And sure, we see lots of trending things happening, right? We'll see a hot song that's really trending for a few weeks, or a hot, dance over on TikTok or whatever it might be. And those are fun and those are engaging. And if that's your personality, awesome, run with it. But my prediction is that original, helpful content is actually going to perform better in the long haul. And we've seen this. Instagram has said this. Other platforms have said this, that they are preferring original content versus just someone lip syncing. Now again, the lip syncing can be fun, but what this means in terms of a real estate agent, the good news is the type of content that you can create, especially for short form video content like Reels, Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts, can be original content. So it could be as simple as taking out your phone, doing a little bit of a selfie video and saying, hey, you guys, here's the #1 mistake every first-time home buyer makes, and sharing a couple things, right? Or hey, here's 3 tips if you're thinking about buying versus renting. And so it's that talking to the camera, it's sharing your knowledge. And what I would encourage you to do is think about all the questions you get asked, all those questions you get asked. And if you've ever thought to yourself, oh my gosh, if I get asked this one more time, that's a great piece of content. So brainstorm a list of those quick topics and then set aside some time to batch record some of that content. You guys know, if you followed me for any period of time, you know I'm a big believer. If I'm gonna do my hair and makeup and record one video, you better believe I'm gonna record like 4 or 5. So set aside time once a month to take out your list, batch record a number of those short form videos where you're talking to the camera, you're sharing your expertise, right? I really think in 2023, that's the type of content that's going to help you get seen by more people. It's going to really help resonate with your audience. And I think long term, it's going to be, that professional type of content that you want to put out there that's going to give people a sense of who you are and what you're all about. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, there's a lot of people in my market who are doing that, or maybe there's a lot of content like that that's out there. And you're right. There is a lot of content out there of people talking about buying or selling or real estate or investing. But guess what? They're not you. And the more you do it, the easier it gets. So those are my top 3 predictions for 2023. I would love to hear from you. What do you think? Do you agree, disagree? Is there something I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments below. If you're watching this over on YouTube and you enjoy our videos, we would absolutely love if you'd hit that subscribe button and the bell button, as we have new videos that come out each and every week. We would love to stay connected with you. If you're listening to this over on the podcast, make sure you subscribe to the podcast. We would absolutely love to hear from you as well. Now, as we finish up our video here today, if you're thinking, okay, I got to get a handle on my social media, we would absolutely love to invite you to join our Get Social Smart Academy. Our academy is a membership site. We've been running it for a number of years. We have hundreds of agents all over the country who are part of it, and we would absolutely love to work with you. So go to katielance.com/academy. You can find out more about what our academy and our training offers, and we would love to work with you in 2023 and beyond. All right, until next time, have a great year. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.